Canada has a new Prime Minister now, and Mark Carney, who's also a newbie when it comes to politics, chose to meet his British and French allies on his first overseas trip. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney made it clear that US President Donald Trump needs to stop making disrespectful remarks about Canada before any serious discussions about future relations can begin.
I don't think one needs to respond to every comment about another country. Look, we can stand up for ourselves. Canada's strong. We can stand up for ourselves. We've called out those comments. They're disrespectful. They're not helpful. And they need to stop before, and they will have to stop before we sit down and have a conversation about our broader partnership with the United States.
Carney was sworn in just a few days ago and has picked Britain and France for his first overseas trip. Now, Ottawa is looking at strengthening ties with its old allies, France and the UK, as things are on a sticky wicket with the US and President Trump in the midst of tariff wars. But Carney also made it clear his country didn't need endorsements from others for its own validation. That's also an oblique reference to a sense of disappointment Canadians have felt after British and French leaders did not speak up in support of Canada in the light of Trump's persistent mocking tone, whether it was related to calling Canada the 51st state of the US or referring to former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau as governor.
We take our own decisions with respect to our bilateral trade relationships with the United States. We're not trying to organize a coordinated retaliation. Other countries will take those decisions. For example, what we can do are a series of measures, and there are limits ultimately to this, but there's a series of measures that have maximum impact on the United States and minimum impact on Canada. What we're looking for with respect to the United States is to have a more comprehensive discussion of and negotiation of our overall commercial and security relationship. And when the United States is ready to have that conversation, we're more than ready to sit down.
Now, in response to US tariffs, Canada has hit back with its own, targeting billions of dollars worth of American goods. He stressed that Ottawa would only take measures aimed at influencing US actions. Now, Carney also signaled a possible rethink of Canada's $13.29 billion contract for 88 US-made F-35 fighter jets, calling it prudent to review the deal amid the ongoing trade tensions. He has asked Defence Minister Bill Blair to explore other options, though Blair maintains that the contract is still in place with funds already committed for the first 16 jets. Donald Trump and Mark Carney come from very different political backgrounds. Trump is in his second tenure as president. Carney has just about started his political journey. He's a former central banker with little political experience. What has been unusual in the first days of Mark Carney's tenure as Prime Minister of Canada is this: Donald Trump has not made any comments about Carney or his appointment. And the two leaders haven't even picked up the phone on each other for a formal conversation or even to exchange congratulatory messages. In fact, Mark Carney has reacted to Trump's comments far stronger than the other way around. And all this as the two neighbors are on the brink of tariff wars.